Hello. Yes, hello, devs. Welcome to this chapter. You've really made it through since from chapter 1, 2, 3. We are in chapter 5. Yes, in this chapter, we are going to create a project. The project that I said earlier on in chapter 1. Yes, we are going to create a movie arena project. A movie arena project. So, in this project, we are just going to make use of the inputs that we learned, the element that we learned in the previous chapter. We are going to make use of all of them: the input, the table, the headings, styling. We are going to put everything together so that you know how to arrange them whenever you start coding. Yes, so this chapter is all about the project. We are going to get our hands dirty and our hands clean at the same time. We are going to enjoy it. So let's get started. Okay, right now we are about starting our project. First, I've created a folder on my desktop. Yes, I've created a folder on my desktop, and in the folder I have a picture in it. I have an image in it. Yes, I have an image in it. So create a folder and drag an image in it. Just copy and paste an image, go and put an image in it. Yes, you can pause the video and do that and resume it. So again, right now what we are going to do is to create our file, is to create our HTML document. So let's open our text editor. Let's open our text editor. That's Notepad. We are using Notepad. I will increase it. Okay. Yes, right now let's define the structure of it. Let's define the structure of an HTML document. Yes, you already know that. Yes, in our head tag we have the title element. In our head we have the title element. So I'm going to name my movies arena. Okay, before starting we are done, so let's save it. Use Ctrl+S or file save as. So yes, we are going to save it in the folder that you created. That's the movie arena. Yes, we are going to save it where we have our imaging. We give it a name. Name our file index.html. The extension is important. Index.html. The extension .html or .htm. .html or .htm, and then you save it. After saving it, you open it with your web browser. Here is it. You open it with your browser. Yes, before that, let's talk about commenting. Commenting in HTML. So commenting is like you giving a note. It's like a note in HTML. Yes, a note. When you comment your work, it's very important for you to comment your work, because when someone takes your code and is reading, sometimes the person won't understand certain things. So with the help of the commenting, the person gets an idea about your code. Commenting is really important. When you comment your work, the browser does not render the commenting. Yes, it does not render the commenting. So let's take a look at how we comment in HTML. So use your angle bracket, exclamation mark, hyphen, then let's say this is the heading, and then you end it with a hyphen and your angle bracket. You save it, you check your browser, you refresh, nothing appears. What appears is the movies arena. So commenting are important. Always comment your work. Now let's get started with the project. I know you can't wait. Yes, I can't also wait. Let's get started. Beginning, we just use the header element, the header element. And then we use the center element. Most of the elements are self-explanatory. Most of the elements, sorry. So the center element. And in the center element, we are going to put our image there. We are going to put an image there. And you know, image is a what? An empty element, and it takes a masked attribute. That's the src and an alt in case the browser doesn't find your image file. So what we are going to use, the image that we use, the image is in our current directory, so we are going to specify the name of the image file with the file type, the item, that's the jpg. So it's type movies, the name, how you named it, and then the type, and then you give it an alt in case the browser doesn't find your image. What the browser should display, this is a movie image, movie image. You save it, you open it with your browser. So we have this huge image here. Yes, we will control it using the style css. So now let's control how the image is using style. We are going to use the embedded approach, so what you do, the star element, open, you close it. So we talked about selectors. So we want to style the image element, we want to style the image. So you just use the tag name, so img, use the tag name, that's img, and then use your curly braces. So in here you can say whatever you want to do with it. Right now we want to decrease the weight because the weight is too much. We want to decrease the weight and give it and if it's padding, that's talked about padding, that's the space inside it. We give it a padding and then give it a border radius, that's the curvy part. Now let's give it, we give it a weight of 200 pixels. You will give it a padding, that's 10 pixels, and we'll give it a border radius, of 20 pixels. You save it and you refresh your browser. See, right now we have something cute, nice image here. Our logo is very it's now looking nice. So with the border radius, it gives it this curvy part. Yes, this curvy part. In case we want it circular, you can change the border radius to 50%. You can use percentage too for it, 50%, and you refresh. You see how it is, but I'm going to stick to the 20 pixels. If you want yours to be like this, you can maintain it, but we are going to stick to the 20 pixels. Save it. We are moving to the main. Most of the elements are self-explanatory. So let's comment this one too out, saying the main contents. So we are going to have an h2. That will be the, let's say, the brand name. So we say h2, name it movies arena. and then an H3 about us. Let's save it in C. Movies arena. See, H2 is bigger than H3. H2 is bigger than H3. We've already covered headings in the previous chapter. Headings in the previous chapter. That's from H1 to H6. H1 to H6. So about us, we are just going to write some dumpy text, any text you want. So I've copied some text, so just paste it. You can go and get any text, save it, refresh. Right now, let's make some changes to how it looks. So let's give the header and then the header and the main, let's give them something nice. So let's give them a margin. So saying header and comma. So header means you are targeting the header. You use comma means you are going to target another thing. Main, your curly braces. So you are going to give it a margin. That's the space outside it. Margin. So 0 and 10 pixels. So 0 and 10 pixels means top and down is going to be 0, but left and right are going to have 10 pixels, 10 pixels. You save it and then you refresh it. Yes, save it and then you refresh it. Then let's make changes to how our H2 looks. Yes, the title. Let's make changes to how it looks. So in our header tag, H2 so we are going to just align it to the center. That's text align line center, and then we are going to give it a padding, that is space around it. Padding, we are going to give it a space around it and give it a border radius and give it a border at the same time. So we are going to give it a padding of 10 pixels and give it a border 3 pixels. We are going to give it double. I'm going to use an RGB color 00FF00, and I'll give it a border radius 10 pixels. You save, then you refresh your browser. You see how nice it's looking, how our border is looking nice. Sorry, our title is looking nice. Now let's also make changes to how the H3 looks like. So H3, so you are going to change the color of it. You're going to use using that FF9900. You save it, you refresh your browser, then you see the changes. What we are going to do next is to do the contact us. We are going to use the forms. So we are going to use the form element. So let's give it a heading H3. See, contact us. You save, you refresh, and you see it appears. So use the form elements. Oops, let me give it a space down so that you see it clearly. Yes, I think this is good. So the form, we are going to have an input, the type to be text, and then we give it a placeholder. Placeholder is placeholder, whatever you put in the placeholder will appear in the input field. It will appear in the input, but immediately the user start typing, it disappears. Let's give it a placeholder and say name. Let's save it and refresh our browser and see the changes. See how it is. So you see we have name in it. Name inside. So that's the placeholder. What is inside it? The name is a placeholder. Next, we are going to take a look at input type. Type, we have many, so you can research and see. We have email, placeholder, say email. Let's use an interesting text area. Sorry. To be 30, row to be 10. Give it a placeholder. Placeholder. Let's write type. Sorry. Type your message here. Please don't forget your closing tag. You save it and then you refresh your browser. So this is a text area. This is a text area. Can expand it, can reduce it. By default, what we specify is going to be like this. So that's a text area, and we need a button so that when a person clicks on it, the person submits it. So that's going to be a submit, input of the type submit, input. Type to be submit. This time you are not going to use a placeholder, you are going to use an attribute value and specify submit. And then we save it. You refresh your browser, you see the submit over here. Our form is looking messed up. Yes, it's not nice. They are just being there like that. So let's style our form. Let's style our form. Let's style our form. So let's head straight to the header. So let's straight to the header. Let's target the inputs. So we are going to style the input, all the inputs. We are going to style them, including the text area. Including the text area. So use the tag name. Use the tag name. We want to style an element. You take the tag name, not the elements itself. Write the elements and style it. No, you use the tag name. When you're using the embedded form, use a tag name. Yes, the tag name. So you want to style the input and then the text area. I want them all to have the same styling property. Yes. So the input and text area. What I want to do is I want to give them a weight of 100%. Weight of 100%. and then give them a margin. Give it a margin. Sorry. Give it margin top and down 1%, left and right 0. So let's save and refresh our browser. Wow, see how they are looking. It's looking very, very, very nice. Still under progress. Looking very, very nice. So we've styled how it is. We've given it a width of 100%. That should take the full width of the screen. And then a margin 1%. That's top and down and left and right to be 0. Let's now change how the submit button looks like. The submit, how it looks like. It's not nice at all. It's not nice at all. So let's change how it looks like. So with this, let's give it an attribute. So let's go to the type. Let's give the input, yes, an attribute, class. See, class submit. See, so with this submit, that means we are going to use this class name to style this input. We are going to use the class name to style this input. So classes, so you head here and use dot. So this dot means class. This dot means class name. So what is the name that we want to style? That's submit. Submit. That's submit. So the dot means style and then followed by the name. So we want to give it a background color. A background color. That's an RGB 00FF00. Now we'll give it a padding of 10 pixels. That's the space inside. We don't want any border around it, so you can say border none. Now we'll give it a border radius of 8 pixels. Let's save and see how it looks like. Fresh. Okay, our button is looking nice. Yes, it's nicer than before. You can also add this property, how the cursor looks like. So you can say cursor pointer. You save it, refresh. So whenever you hover, it will turn to a pointer. Whenever you hover, it will turn to a pointer, not just this normal, the default one. It will turn to a pointer. So we are done with our contact us. Yes, what we are going to do next is we are going to make use of the table. Yes, the table. So let's give it a heading h3 and say movies category. First, let's movies category. Let's make use of the list. Let's put everything in a paragraph. Let's put everything in a paragraph. We have the UL. We are going to use an unadded list. We're going to use an unadded list for it. And you know, UL must take another element. It must take another element. That's the LI. So we have action. We have action. We have drama. We have horror. Like that movies, horror movies. So we save it, you refresh it in your browser. and then you see it nice here. This is it. Let me zoom it in. Okay, so we have it down here. Yes, this is a list: action, drama, romance. So next, let's take a look at their schedules. So their schedules, the time they work. This, we are going to make use of the table element. We are going to make use of the table element. So H3, we're going to say working days and hours. H3, we are going to put everything in a paragraph. Yeah, we have our table. Please don't forget to close your. Please don't forget to close. Otherwise, you are going to struggle. And in that table, we have table head. That's a T head. T head. Yeah, T head. So this we can have, that's a table th saying days from and to. So days, sorry, that's a th from you save it, and let's period, let's see how it is. Refresh. See, days from and to. We've covered table in the previous chapter, so if you don't know what we are doing, please visit that chapter. The link will be in the description. So we have tr table row. So we can have the td, that's the table data. Say Mondays, 7 o'clock a.m. td 5 o'clock, sorry, 5 o'clock a.m. So with this Monday will be under the days. Tuesday, sorry, from the 7 a.m. will be under from, and then the 5 p.m. Sorry, 5 p.m. 5 p.m. will be under the 2. You save it, you refresh your browser, and then you see the changes. Monday under days 7 a.m. from, so Mondays from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's time they work. So you can copy the tr and paste them 4 more times. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you just have to change the Monday to Tuesday, then Wednesdays, Thursdays, sorry, Thursdays, Fridays. Let's make change because Fridays are always fun. Fridays going to start from 10 a.m. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. and to end 12 a.m. Yes, we're going to really have fun on that day. Save it and let's preview it in our browser. So refresh, and then you see a table here. Okay, so it is, let's style our table so that it will look nice, to look nice. So the table, we said it can take an attribute. Yes, it can take an attribute. So let's give the table an attribute. Let's give it a border 1, and save it, and let's see how it's looking like. Refresh it. You see, okay, it's really looking like a table. Yes, it's not looking like a table. It's not looking like a table. Let's head straight to our head tag and style different elements. So right now we want to style the table again. Just the border is not enough. So what we are going to do is we are going to give the table a weight of 100% because we want it to take the entire screen. The way it has been squeezed to the left isn't looking nice. So we'll give it a weight of 100%. And then we want to, let's save it, and let me show you something. Review. So now it's taking the full weight of the screen. We want to remove these lines inside. So we use border collapse to do that. Border collapse. Then you say yes, collapse. See, it's easy. You save it, and then you preview it in your browser. Refresh, and you see how it's looking like. See how it's looking like. See how it's looking like. Very nice. Now let's make changes to the table data. Here's the table data. Let's make changes to them. So we want to say use a tag name, and then we are going to give it a padding. That's the space around it. Padding. The space inside. Sorry, padding is inside, margin is outside. Padding is inside and the margin is outside. You save it and you refresh your browser, and it's looking very nice right now. Yes, looking very nice right now. Let's take a look at our footer. Let's make it nice. So far our website, our movie arena website is looking great. It's looking awesome. We have our logo here, our image here, we have our title, we have about us, contact us, we have our form in case someone wants to contact us. This is the form they are going to fill. We have the category, so they will know the categories of movies here. Then they will also know the days and our working hours. Yes. Our website is looking nice. It's looking nice right now. Let's make a nice footer. A nice footer. That's what I said. Most of the elements are self-explanatory. Footer is like what appears down a website. Sometimes has the copyright, the social media handles and stuff. That's the footer. So in our footer we are going to have h3, that's going to say this the person to follow us on the various social media. In this we are going to make use of the URL again, and also make use of the anchor tag. Yes, the anchor tag. We're going to make use of the anchor tag. So now let's just get our hands dirty. H3 and say follow us. Follow us. Let's give it a URL. where our social media handles are going to be. Don't forget your closing tag, your ending tag, your forward slash. Please don't forget. You have li, and within the li we have an anchor tag. So let's specify something before the anchor tag. Let's say TikTok, and then an anchor tag, say href. Anchor tags makes use of href. Sorry, where to link, where when the person clicks, where should it take them to, and then we say you give it. Maybe you can go and copy the sites and come and paste it in, but here we are going to use hash because close it. Always don't forget to close it, and in it you can write your handle, and let's say at WeLearn. You are going to do same for YouTube, so let's copy and paste Ctrl plus C. Going to do same for YouTube, going to do same for WhatsApp, and telephone going to have multiple times. So you are going to say this one is going to be YouTube, same. Going to have the person to WhatsApp as say WhatsApp, and then your number will come +233 and telephone phone to. Okay, some are the same, so let's just clear one and you save it. Let's view it and see what we have. Refresh. Let's move down. Yes, that's what we have. This is what we have right now. This is what we have. We are making progress. Let's zoom in and see what we have right now. Making progress. Yes, TikTok, YouTube, WhatsApp. Next, we are going to, okay, now let's style it. Let's style our footer first. Let's move to the header, the head tag. Let's select the footer element, so use the tag name. We are going to change the background color. We are going to change the background color of the footer and then give it a padding. So let's say background color. We're going to change the background color and give it, so you are going to use 5D, 6C, 8D. Then we are going to give it a padding, that's the space inside, to be 5 pixels. Let's try 5 pixels. Sorry. Let's save it and refresh our browser. Okay, this our photo is looking nice. Yes, but next we want to change this h2, this h3 over here. Color matching is somehow, so let's use an inline for that one. The inline, so we use the style. Spelling mistake can also cause a serious bug. Spelling mistake, it can also cause a serious bug. So let's change the color to be white. Say white. Yeah, let's change the color to be white. Let's save it in preview, refresh our browser. We now have the color to be white. So next we yes, so P paragraph. Yeah, we want it to be in the center, so let's start it. Paragraph, say text, align, center. Sorry, don't forget your forward slash. Yes, so copyright, We have symbols for that, so you can use the copy. So when I save it and I preview it in the browser, I refresh it, you are going to see the copy symbol here, the C. We have less than, that's LT, greater than GT. We have the multiplication sign, that's the times. So you can explore more. You research, you see more. You research and see the one that you'll be using in the project. You don't have to know everything off head. You don't have to know everything off head. So copyright 2022. All right, reserved, exclamation. You save it. Let's see, refresh. Yes, our photo is looking nice, but let's get rid of the underlines here. So that's for the anchor tag. So let's move straight to the header. Let's move straight to the heading, the head tag, and target the A. That's the tag name, anchor tag. So we give it a text decoration. That's the underline, text decoration. Text decoration to be none. You save it, you refresh, and the lines are gone. So this is where we are going to end it. This is where we are going to end the project. We are done with the project. Let's take an overview of the project. So we made use of the image elements. We also looked at the src and then the alt. We made use of h2, that's the heading element. We made use of the h3. We made use of paragraph. We learned the inline and then the external way of styling our html document. We learned about the forms, the input. We learned about the type, text, email, and then the submit. We also made use of the text area. That's over here. We made use of the text area. We also made use of the elements, the li, the list, ul, and ordered list. We made use of them. We also learned how to use the table, how to select, selecting various using the class name. In case you use a class like the way we did for the submit here, we gave it a class of submit and we selected it that classes use dot represents class name. Dot is for the class name, and then the name is attached to the dot. No spacing is attached to it. So this way we are going. This is the final project. We are done with the project. Right now you can brag to your friends that you can create a website. Yes, a responsive one indeed. Responsive meaning it can be viewed on various devices without them being misorganized or anything. Yes, so right now you can go and brag to them that you can create a website. Yes, you can create your website. We've created our first HTML website, the movies arena. So with this, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel, like our videos,